Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. Excuse me. Welcome to your daily update here on Bitcoin. The situation has changed slightly, I would say. But in general, if you watched my video yesterday, you knew that volatility like this was possible. All right. Because the volatility so far, I mean, this is nothing. If you look back at the previous bull markets, but also if you look back at earlier this year, what we had earlier this morning is a bit of a flush. Here you can see that all of the altcoins went down. That's normal, and that's going to happen more often, all right? Especially on the Sunday to Monday, times can be very, very volatile. And what we knew, and that's what we talked about yesterday, and we'll get to what I expect from Bitcoin in a moment. But what we knew is that basically since Thanksgiving, the volume had been dropping down. The order books became very thin. So what happens then is that a lot of liquidation levels start to build up around the price. And then at the same point of time, something else we also knew was that the Bitcoin dominance was at a major support level here, as you can see, which it broke down below. So this could be the start still of alt season. But we have seen something like this before, where we drop down below the trend, as you can see right here, for example, the 23rd of August. But also the beginning of January, where we actually dropped down below the trend, all right? So it looked like, alt season starting. And then we recovered it. So I think it's too early to say right now that this is the start of alt season. It's definitely a possibility, but it's also still a possibility. And that in combination with what we saw this morning, I think makes it more likely. But I think it's also a possibility that we reclaim this level right here. And then we actually move up a little bit with the Bitcoin dominance first. And that is obviously, for the markets, not great. For Bitcoin, it's fine. And in the end, this is a Bitcoin video. I think Bitcoin is looking great here. I mean, if you look at the weekly close, for example, it is phenomenal. This next weekly candle looks a bit strange, but this weekly close is not bad. It's a good close. If you look at the daily time frame, this also looks good. The thing is that it's quite likely here, and you can also see momentum here is down a bit. So it's quite likely that we actually form a consolidation here. And I think in general, that's also what I'm leaning towards, all right? But what that means is that Bitcoin itself, in my eyes, will stay stable here. The big question for the crypto markets, at least, which I also like to talk a little bit about in these videos, is all right, well, if Bitcoin is stable, what will the Bitcoin dominance do? If Bitcoin consolidates up here, and the Bitcoin dominance turns very bearish and it starts trending down, that's going to be amazing news, right? And then you have plenty of opportunities while Bitcoin stays quiet in here. By the way, some extra proof that it's most likely Bitcoin is going to consolidate. I think the volume is still much too low to break out. All the times we actually break out, the volume was at least around $100 billion, or at least above like 70 or 80. So as long as that's not the case, Bitcoin is not going up to 100,000. And like I said, purely technically, momentum is also about no longer trending up. Purely technically, you can see on the 4-hour time frame here, we are losing the uptrend here. We have already lost it on the daily time, on the 1-hour time frame, as you can see, and that was already, consolidating a bit more. So the technicals and some other technical related concepts such as volume and momentum all seem to point towards a consolidation. Right now we're holding this level right here at 95,000. That is a strong level. But I would say at the moment it still most likely will drop down a bit more towards 94,000. All right, and I think we have a better chance to actually form a bottom there and consolidate right here. It's also possible that we drop down lower, but that very much depends on, and that I will still keep you updated on, how the US opens today. All right, because so far we've seen that the dollar strength index has bounced a bit. That's bearish. So what we have to see is that, all right, well, how do the stock markets open? Right now they're trading a bit lower. Can we actually see some bullish continuation? That would be bullish. And the Bitcoin dominance, or the Coinbase Bitcoin premium, all right, has dropped down quite a bit earlier this morning. Can we see some sort of an increase again in that? That would be great as well. And that would be bullish. So that I'll keep you updated on later today. For now, I would say it's most likely to see something like this. Those are my thoughts. That's what I think you need to know for now. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.